All right. Thanks to those joining me live and to those that be joining me on archive. If you like the content, make sure you throw a jab at that like button and make sure you hit that subscribe button with that cross. Hit an uppercut on that bell button. That way you're notified every single time D-Style comes on live. I see there are ads here. Let the ad, it is what it is. Be patient. Okay, you'll get access to the video live here. I see there's already people jumping on. Look at that. 3 people jump on and bam, right away they throw a jab at the like button. No hesitation. They know what's up, right? They know the instructions. They follow the instructions, right? Um, do this right here. First of all, I have a couple thoughts, man. All right. I don't know what it is about this specific YouTube era, and I'm gonna go in a little bit here. So, what's up, AJ10? 8 to 10 was on live. Look at this official score of the DStyleBoxing channel right here. Fact checker, always on that grind. Burgess Mitter says, "What's up? We got 10 people live already. Let's get this started, man. 11 people live. Let's make sure we throw a jab at that like button. Look at that. We're gonna get to 10 likes just like that. The jabs are coming in beautifully. Alex Silberto, what's up? What is it about this era, man, that what guys like? I don't know what it is, man, but I'm trying to make sure. I know you guys still don't know what I'm talking about, but I'm gonna get there. You'll know right away. J Ball Sore, what's going on? Wookie Wook says, salute, bro. Absolutely. 13 likes just right out the bat, just like that. All right. Anyway, as you guys come in, throw that jab button. Moderators, tell them throw that jab. Check it out. Tax said, what if these had Thurman winning after the rewatching? Good fight, though. But it was close. I had my scorecard. Where is my scorecard? I lost my scorecard. But anyway, look at that, man. He got X'd out. Thurman got X'd out. What are you going to do? That's what happens. Chet Smoke, what's going on? Chet Smoke in the house. All right. And I got my Sharpie, the weapon. Look, guys. Not every fight a fighter's going to have, it's going to be like picture perfect, no obstacles, doesn't get hit in the entire fight with anything flush, never gets hurt, doesn't lose any second of any round. Not every fight's going to be that way. It's just that's not the way it works. All right? We are in the make it look easy era. Like oh yeah, it's gonna make it look easy, right? That's the era we're in. And then somebody has a bad round off. Instead of just enjoying the fight at the moment. I mean, keep in mind, guys, a fight's 12 rounds at most. After the fight's over, you can talk about anything you want. During the fight, oh, man, if he fought this guy, oh, he'd be pieced apart if he fought that guy. Oh, look at that. He got hit with a right hand, man. If that was this other dude, this dude would have knocked him out. I mean, during the fight, look, Neri, a couple rounds with Payasa, right? A couple rounds. And then, I knew he knocked him out. I knew he knocked this dude out in half a round, bro. There's no way he's not in Nui's level. Come on now. All right? A couple weeks ago, Charlo goes the distance, not expected to. He still wins the fight. Oh, no, Charlo. He don't belong in the ring with Canelo. Look, he struggled against this dude. Andre Ward, not that, about 3 years ago or so, Alexander Brand. Wait, when did this with Alexander Brand? I can't believe Alexander Brand make it look ugly in there. I mean, Andre Ward can't beat Kovalev. There's no way he could beat Kovalev. Look how he looked against Alexander Brand. What do you guys want, bro? It's boxing, dude. A lot of you guys used to watching Mayweather or class dudes for so long that you think like every fight's going to be that way and every fight is going to win that way. All right? That's just not the way it's going to be, man. That's just not the way it works, bro. And even Mayweather had his struggles in some fights too. AJ10 in the house says the Ugas fight was like that. It happened to Thurman. He lost ambition when he got married. Look, man, I don't know, man. I think people are making too much out of that, bro. I think Thurman came out and Thurman tried his best. That's what I think. Thurman came out, he was looking good, and then he got caught. Not with a left, but with a right. And he was dropped, and that's it. And he got back up. He tried to get his footing. He showed heart in there. He showed determination. He just got beat by a better fighter, bro. That's it. That's it. Man, he peppered him up. You don't believe me? Go look at Thurman's face, bro. I told you it's going to be arm marked up from those left hands. I told you it was. Win or lose. I told you, man, he was going to catch him in that first round with some. I told you. And he went down. Now, in this case, it was a left down to the body and a right upstairs. All right? They planned that, bro. He didn't see that coming. He circles away. Man, he circles away from left hooks, bro. That's why Cotto couldn't beat him. That's why De La Hoya couldn't touch him, dude. And now even at this old age, Thurman was having a hard time with that hook. It doesn't mean the other fighters are more susceptible to hooks than Pacquiao, to left hooks. Right? So Thurman could do better against other fighters that could probably beat Pacquiao. It is what it is. Well, just for kicks, I'm going to do this. DStyle's never done this, by the way, ever. I've never done it, right? But I'm going to do it this time in case anybody wants to jump on or whatnot, right? Let me do this again. God damn, bro. It's not letting me copy paste the damn link. I don't know why. But, man, we're in an era, bro, where every fight, dude, I feel like I can't enjoy the damn fight without somebody making a scene about something. You know, everything is, he didn't look so good. And like, you know, I'm just, I don't know, man. Not every fight's going to be this flawless performance, bro. It's two grown-ass men in the ring throwing punches and shit. If anybody wants to join in, that's the link. If anybody wants to jump on, that's the link if you want. Okay, make sure you guys throw a jab at the like button. I want to thank everybody that joined me live last night. That was fun, man. Fun times. Those live streams are always fun. I love doing those play-by-plays. And I hope you guys join me for the next one as well, for sure. Those are always fun, man. I got to tell you. Rod Neal, what's going on? Thurman never fought a fighter on Manny's level until last night. I agree. Blood Corp says, hey, what's up, bro? What's going on, man? Look, 20 people on, 19 likes. That's beautiful. Let's get that 20. You know, Keith Thurman, bro. That's Keith Thurman. A lot of people are talking way too much about why he's not the same Keith Thurman. I think it's the same as Keith Thurman, bro. Same as he tried his best. He couldn't do it, and that's it, dude. Like, that's it. Like, that's all it is. Keith Thurman looked in the best condition I've seen him in a long time, was bleeding out of that nose. Okay, so a lot of people saying, man, he's not going to hit him at all. He hit him. Busted up his nose, marked up his face, knocked him down, hurt him to the body. You need to apologize to Manny Pacquiao for saying he wasn't going to land. Saying, oh, they're going to give him a gift decision. No gift decision. He earned that decision. A lot of people have a lot of apologies to give. A lot of apologies. Chief Funk in the house. It was a story of two fights. Let me get my scorecard really quick. Let me get my scorecard. Hold on. Where the hell is my score? Where's my scorecard? Where did the scorecard go? Damn, DStyle, you could have had the scorecard ready. All right. Hold on, guys. Hold on. It's a good question. Where the fuck did the scorecard go, bro? What the hell? Oh, here it is. All right. Here it is. Here is the MFN scorecard, okay? Here it is. Check it out. Okay, you guys could see it here. So let me see. First, let me read these comments. Hey, what's up, bro? Says I read that. Hey, J10, I saw the same guy. Biddo says, man, I'm just glad Thurman is out of the way. His with his scared ass, man, this was bull. That fighters never scared of one another. Get out of the way. Look, I will say this about fear. Okay, all right. Do I believe that? Well, of course, there's in some cases, yes, but do I believe, for the most part, that a fighter is scared of another fighter the way like regular people are scared of fights? You know what I mean? Like there's a fight or flight concept. Um, and so let's say there's a dude at a bar, right? And somebody slaps his girl's ass. You know what I mean? And he has to defend her honor, but you could tell like he's scared, like he's shaking, like he pisses on his jeans and shit, and the other dude's bigger, but he feels compelled and to defend her honor, but he's scared because he knows this dude's gonna whoop his ass, and his voice is shaking, and when they throw punches, he goes like this because he doesn't know what to do, and then he just goes like that, like that, like scared that way. No, professional fighters aren't scared like that. Okay, that's not the type of fear professional fighters have. Okay, like that shaking voice and trembling voice, and your hands are shaking because you're scared, and no, I didn't do that, man. I ain't scared of you. Like that's not the fear. Not that I talk about. I don't even think it's a fear a lot of channels talk about on here, but there is the fear of, oh man, if I fight that guy, he's going to beat me and I'm going to lose that O. My marketability is going to go down. It's going to hurt my bank account. It's going to hurt my stock. It's going to hurt in terms of not stock like market, but stock in terms of, how people perceive me in the sport. That does exist. All right. So if without a shadow of a doubt, like there's guys that don't want to lose. There's guys that, and again, this is post Mayweather era. A lot of dudes are just scared to lose. And why? I don't blame them in some cases. Okay, I honestly I don't think it's an excuse, but yes, there's a lot of fans that you lose one fucking time. People are saying you got to retire. People are saying you're done. Like it's not like we'll go over that in a little bit. But shout out to everybody. 23 likes in the house with 20 people online. That's what I'm talking about. Everybody utilizing that jab. Floyd Mayweather Sr. will be proud, bro. Okay. You would be proud. Look at that. That's my scorecard. You see that? I honestly think me and AJ10 have the same scorecard. I don't know if 1 or 2 rounds are different. All the rounds with stars, all of them, close rounds. Although I don't think 8 was close, but I put a star because a lot of people disagreed with me. And that's why I have it like outlined, okay? That's why I have it outlined. So take a look at that. Okay, see that? That's how I scored the round. That's how I scored the fight. Okay, round 1. All right, round 1. Thurman was winning that round. Thurman was winning. All right. And what's up, Bam Bam Tweed in the house, man? What's going on? Man, he jumped on his ass just like Tyson said. Everyone has a plan till they get hit. Good respect says, big dose, LOL. Big dose, it's fear, but fear of losing different things. One's scared of losing his teeth, another one's scared of losing his status. Absolutely, that's a good way of putting it. All right. So I just want to make sure people understand when someone says, like, sometimes I think people agree on shit on here, right? But they say to disagree because they're not making clear on the points. Okay. All right. But Pac-Man, Thurman was winning that round. What's up, Dark Truth? Dark Truth in the house. Pac-Man was winning that fight. Thurman was winning that round. Goddamn. I've been doing videos all week, guys. All right. Plus, I was working full time. I mean, holy shit. 10-8, round 1. Did anybody have it any different? Let's do it right now. We got 25 people on here. How do you see? I mean, I think we're all in agreement, right? But 10-8, if you thought it was a 10-8 round. I don't know why anybody would say I'm like, oh no, I had a 9-9 because I thought Thurman. I don't know, man. The round was close enough to where the knockdown would make it 10-8. Okay. Plus, Pacquiao closed the round pretty good as well. Okay. The first was a point swing. It would have been 10-9 Thurman, but it ended 10-8 Manny. Very well put. Batman 2 says he agrees 10-8. Who else agreed? Let's speed this up. Come on. All right. Thurman was winning the first round until the knockdown. G Funky agrees. So there was a 10-8. Right. Round 2, I had a Pacquiao. All right. I had Pacquiao 10-9. Second round. Did everybody have it the same? Let me know. The ass one addict. Can we just call you the Aztec, I guess? Hat Manny winning the first 6 rounds. He says, we're going to get there. Let's go round by round, guys. Round 2, everybody in agreement? Manny Pacquiao won round 2, 10-9. If anybody disagrees, I think this will make it faster. Anybody disagree with that? Anybody have Thurman winning round 2? I don't think so. Round 3, asterisk round, okay? It's an asterisk round. It was competitive, close, tight, but Manny edged it out in my opinion, right? Manny edged it out in my opinion. Did anybody give Keith Thurman round 3? Because depending on how you give him round 3, you possibly gave Keith Thurman the fight, okay? So round 3, I gave that to Manny Pacquiao. Denny's Ward's in the house. What's going on? 26 likes. Let's get 30 likes ASAP. Tell me what you guys think. How do you see that? AJ10 had Manny Pacquiao winning that third round. G-Funk gave Thurman the third round. Like I said, it was a close round. All right? Anyone else has an opinion? It's a big round. Asterisk round on DStyle's card. All right? In my opinion, swing round. Who scored it for Thurman? Because I honestly believe whoever gave Thurman the fight gave him this round. All right? Like this, if you think Thurman won the fight, I don't see how you don't give him round 3. Even round Dennis Ward says. Round 4, another asterisk round. Okay? I gave round 4 to Keith Thurman. The first round he won on my scorecard. I think he started getting back to what he was doing before the knockdown finally. Got his footing in right under him. And it was a close round. You could argue that round for Manny Pacquiao. That was another very close round. So I gave it to Thurman. But like I said, asterisk next to it. How do you guys score round 4? Did anyone, Debris said, I gave Thurman 3 rounds, but some of them can be swings, says Drizzy. Pacquiao round 4, G-Funk, it was close. So like I said, me and G-Funk are just different on these 2. Okay, that's about it. Switch them. But we have the same score so far. And AJ10, who did he give round 4 to, do you recall? He gave it to Thurman. All right, so, he gave it to Thurman. We're right in line, right? Round 5, another extremely close round. At first, I scored it even, and then I said, I'm not going to do even rounds. And I decided to give it to Manny Pacquiao because I said, I'm not going to do even rounds. So I had Manny edging out round 5, but that's another close round you could have given to Thurman. It was close, but I gave it to Manny Pacquiao. Ticket TV in the house. What's going on? 28 likes. Let's get to 30, guys. All right. Pacquiao round 5. Again, it was a close round. I felt Pacquiao edged it out. All right. Let's see here. Denise Ward gave Pacquiao round 5. Pacquiao round 5 says AJ10. Ticket TV says he's chilling. All right. Round 6. Clear Thurman round, in my opinion. Clear Thurman round. It was competitive, but not close enough to be a swing round, in my opinion. All right. I gave that round. Did anyone give round 6 to Manny Pacquiao? Anyone out there? Those gave him round 5, absolutely. That was a close round to Pacquiao. I felt Thurman turned things around in that 6th round. It almost looked like Manny took the round off even. All right. And Thurman kind of took advantage of that, and he won that round. Round 7, one of Thurman's best rounds in the fight, in my opinion. Okay? Did really good in that round. Right? I gave round 7 to Thurman. I see people agreeing Thurman 6, Thurman 6. Co-OF finishes. Keep up the good work, D-Style. Okay, Dark Truth, he gave it 6 to Thurman, 6 to Thurman, then he swore. G-Funk, 7 to Thurman. We're in agreement. Thurman was turning the tide here. He was boxing a little more now. Again, it looks like he had recovered from that, that knockdown and some of the lefts Pacquiao was landing earlier in the fight. Thurman, round 7. Look at this. Round 8, I clearly gave to Thurman, but a lot of people gave to Pacquiao. I don't know. Maybe I have to rewatch that round, but I only put an asterisk because so many people were giving it to Pacquiao. So this is a debatable round, in my opinion. A lot of people agreeing 7, definitely Thurman. Thurman, round 8, G-Funk agrees with me. At the Showtime score had it for Pacquiao. Did anyone see round 8 any differently? Because me, honest to God, dude, I thought Thurman clearly won round 8. One of his best rounds in this fight. Big Dose gave the round to 8 to Pacquiao, okay? It's always possible to miss some in terms of, maybe I overlooked something, whatever it is. But what did you guys see in round 8? Dolta scored it for Pacquiao. Why did you give that round to Pacquiao? Because I gave it to Thurman, and I didn't even put an asterisk at first. I think Thurman landed the bigger shots. Bear down. I wasted my money. Damn, you should have listened to D-Style. I told you guys, don't listen to all these gambling websites and videos and pay extra money to listen to somebody give you gambling advice on the fight. I told you, Pacquiao decision. You would have won money. I told you, Pacquiao by decision. Although I was nervous when he hit him with a body shot. I was like, oh, damn. Whoever bet that is going to blame me if he stops Thurman. But still. He was coming out in that round. I edged it for Thurman. Edged it, okay. I give it a Pacquiao as well, says Crimson Tide. Okay, low in profits. I just don't like Thurman. That's why he says low in profits. At least he's honest. Okay, Black Sea, the what up Styles. Crimson Tide and Thurman landed some big shots, but they were near the end of the round. Pacquiao was putting work throughout. Okay, you think he outworked them? I don't, man. I gave it a Thurman, but maybe that round 8 was kind of separates people that had Pacquiao winning 7 rounds compared to my card. All right. So there you go. All right. And round 9 was Jab Fist round. Keith Thurman was doing, that's the best he used a jab all night. Round 9 was clearly a Pacquiao round. Between that and round 7, best Thurman round. That was, he used it very well in that round. Thurman did really good in that round. Ended it with some right hands. Round 9 was a big Thurman round. Chris Titan gave him round 7. Okay, at that point, okay, AJ had to fight even. So did I. Thurman edged it out, and on my scorecard, looks like on AJ's scorecards and a lot of people's scorecards, we're going into the championship rounds. Okay, with a fight even. 85-85, that's what I had it as well. Thurman round 9, absolutely. Christian NWO, that first knockdown set the momentum of the fight. Thurman was winning the first round until the knockdown, absolutely. And then he got back into it after the 4th. It might have been a different fight if that never happened. Okay, Chill Boxing Talk, Black Fight Fan TV in the house with that $5 super chat to the DStyleBoxing Fund. He says, I'm so glad Keith Thurman is not a champion anymore. Get the fuck out of here, run time. Get the fuck out of here, he says. Chris, I have to go back and watch round 9. I think it was slightly give it to Thurman. I don't know, man. Thurman definitely won round 9. Round 10 was the body shot, bro. The body shot. Look at that. You see how beautiful it is when I got a Sharpie? Look at that. He landed the body shot. It was kind of close. It was close. I was edging it for Thurman, and then bam, body shot to the solar plexus. Thurman did his thing. Pacquiao, I'm sorry, did his thing round 10. Man, that was something, man. Manny Pacquiao landed a beautiful body shot. He landed another left that did hurt Thurman later on. Thurman does not know how to mask, and shout out to Cal who said that he does not know how to mask the fact that he's hurt. He lets an opponent know right away, like immediately. He even took his mouthpiece out. He even admitted to it. All right. I said it live during the play-by-play, but he admitted it later. He said it took the mouthpiece out to get more air. All right. Crazy, dude. Crazy. And I think Pacquiao caught him upstairs. Thurman had to get stitches inside his mouth. I think he cut him because of the teeth. Pacquiao caught him, I think, when he took out the mouthpiece. All right. There's no rule that the ref has to stop the fight if you spit out your mouthpiece, by the way. People don't know that. Okay. It's not until the action slows down or there's a break in the action that the ref can say, okay, now put on your mouthpiece. So that is that. And I do believe that cut under the lip of Thurman underneath that you can't really see. That's definitely from that. And Thurman was also bleeding from the nose, by the way. He got busted up in the nose. And like I said, that right side of his face, man, right? Busted up. Left hands of Manny. Although it wasn't, I thought it was going to be around the same spot, but Thurman, a little better head movement than some of the other opponents that Pacquiao fucked up right here. So he's marked up all over here, but the right hands of Manny were also landing. He was all marked up here too. Pacquiao, of course, some black eyes himself. Big round. I gave that round. Round 11. Got 35 people on right now, 32 likes. Let's get through those 35 likes. Lower private rumors has it that Thurman has panic attack in the locker room and was KO'd in sparring. He just wasn't himself. Interesting. I don't do much of those sparring stories, though. Yeah, Crimson, absolutely. 10 was a Pacquiao round. Kristen NWO, I think Thurman beats Manny in a rematch, especially since Thurman finished the fight strong. Thurman was a little too sloppy in this match, probably due to ring rust. Well, he got the rust off against Lopez, bro. Chief Funk 84, round 11, Thurman, absolutely. Reggie Owens, Pacquiao, knuckle, Thurman, Naz up. Big Dose, 513, Profits, man, you crazy. Jab that like button, said Jen, smoke. Lower Profits in the house. Make sure you guys jab that like button. Check it out, man. I gave round 11 to Keith Thurman. I think it was a competitive round, but I don't think it's a swing round. I do believe that's a clear Thurman round. Did anyone have that any different? Anybody have round 11 any different? Anyone? All right, round 12. I put an asterisk next to round 12. All right. Close competitive rounds. 2 minutes in, I say in the live broadcast, it was close. It was even. And then Pacquiao just came away with it in that clutch moment in the last minute. I think that's where the experience paid off. That's where the experience of Pacquiao in those close 12-round fights against all these great fighters he fought over the years. That's where it paid off. That's where it made the difference, and he won that round, in my opinion. Round 12, he had Pacquiao winning round 12 barely. Kerm says Thurman soft to the body. He's shown that Manny should have been consistent with the body shots. Manny, I think he got instructions by Roach. Not that I heard Roach, but because how he came out, I think it was in round 4. And it was a close round, but I gave that round to Thurman, but Pacquiao did some good body work, that's why I could see some people giving that round to Pacquiao. Okay. Cali feels Thurman needs to do more in the 12th. Big Dose says facts to Kareem. He was fighting Spence. He really would have been in trouble. G Funky 84, 114, 113 for Pacquiao on my scorecard. Batman tweet. Nope, I honestly think it was an easy fight to score. AJ 10, 114, 113. That is my scorecard. But I could have it a little wider if I gave Pacquiao that round 4, or even that round 8 that some people felt Pacquiao won. But I had 1, 2, 3, 4 swing rounds in this fight. Okay, 2 which I gave to Pacquiao, 2 which I gave to Thurman. All right, so that's how I had this fight, guys. Great fight, man. This is a good fight, dude. I enjoyed this fight. Ugas beat the shit out of Figueroa. All right? Ugas beat the shit out of Figueroa, man. The shit. Right? We can't say S-H-I-T in this channel, but we can say shit. All right? We can say shit. Right? It was close enough. Says Batman tweet. Chris the title pocket round talked to me, but he was able to close it out. Thurman looked as he was just waiting for it to be over. It was close round. Great night of boxing, says Dennis Ward. Absolutely. I agree. It was definitely a great night of action. No doubt about that, man. Great stuff, man. I enjoyed the hell out of that fight, man. It was a great fight. Uga's fight was only ugly. I hated watching that one. Yeah, Ugas did his thing, though. Kareem, if Pac-Man was smart, he would rematch Thurman because Spence will end his career. He's not going to beat Spence. I told y'all Ugas was gone, smashed Figueroa. His boxing conversation with Richie Owens. Main boxing backer Figueroa wasted his prime years. I think Figueroa, I don't know if he could still make the weight, but he should go to 140, bro. Okay? All right, what the fuck is wrong with him, bro?
Yo, what's up, D Styles, brother?
What's going on, man?
What's up? It's Black Season of building, man. Just come in for a few seconds to holler at you, man. And
hey, tell me how you saw the fight, bro. What's going on?
Well, brother, before I even tell you how I saw the fight, I just want to say one thing, man. Everybody, if you're in here and you're listening to this dude, man, hit the like button, man. Like, if you're going to spend your time here listening to him and also being in the chat and, you know, commenting and, you know, giving your 2 cents, I mean, make sure you support his channel and hit the like button, bro. That's all.
Definitely, man. Absolutely. I agree. Chat that like button, guys. They're doing a good job right now, though. Look at that. 36 likes, 32 people online. So they're doing it. And Trill Boxing Talk, Black Fight Fan TV, man. I don't know what's wrong with Figueroa. He didn't look good in that fight, but I think Ugas just had his number. How did you see the fights yesterday, man?
Well, I saw the preliminary, some of them played in the background while I was doing other shit. But the main event, the Thurman versus Pacquiao, man, I feel like sometimes when you watch a fight the first time, you're so caught up in your feelings that you don't have the time to kind of deduce, kind of figure out what you're looking at and not being so like a little bit biased. Like if you don't like Keith Thurman, then it doesn't matter, bro. Like you saw that in your comment section. Yeah. I read some of the comments. Like if you don't like Thurman, then he got his ass kicked last night, right? This is what you wanted to see, right? But if you watch it, you know, and with a more open mind and actually just look at it like it was a very close fight. You know, I don't think the judges were high. You know, I don't think a judge was crazy for giving Thurman the victory. Well, one of the judges, right? I feel like it was a very good fight, and you can make an argument that Thurman just basically won the whole second half of the fight. If you want to give Manny that 10th round for that body shot or headbutt, I don't know. It's hard to tell. Was it a headbutt or was it a body shot? So, because I don't know for sure. When I saw it on the replay, I still couldn't really tell. You know, even the commentators were saying it's a headbutt. I mean, was it a headbutt or was it a body shot in that 10th round that had Thurman all, you know?
That was a body shot.
It was a body shot? What do you call it? Was it a left or was it a right or what did he hit him with? I couldn't see, bro.
Well, they showed it in the replay, but I don't remember it was a left or right, but because I saw that. I haven't seen it since last night. But Thurman did take out his mouthpiece to breathe, and he admitted to that later on. And you know,
so he needed to catch a breath, right?
He needed to catch a breath because he got hit. He got hit in the body, and then he hit him again with another. I know he hit him with a left a little after that, and then he was crossing his. If you notice his forearms across his below
his ribs, trying to keep his
ribs exactly, yeah,
trying to keep his lower solar plex.
And he did a good job doing that. And I will say this, man. You know, a lot of people will clown him because he got hurt, but you know what he showed? He showed heart, man. He showed heart, and he has no quit in him.
I agree. I concur. But but the way I look at it, the way I see it, like besides that 10th round which is pretty much a definite, everybody gave it to Manny Pacquiao, right? Even though to me it still was a pretty close round. But I guess whoever separated themselves in that round, it was Manny because Manny hurt him, right? And it's kind of like a consensus agreement that Thurman was hurt. So we give him that 10th round. But besides that, is there any round in the second half of the fight that you can guarantee give Manny Pacquiao?
No, because look, I gave Thurman round 6, round 7. I gave Thurman round 8 clearly. A lot of people, I don't know, scored it for Pacquiao. I got to rewatch it, I guess. But
I gave him 6 through 9 guaranteed. I thought he won 6 through 9.
I agree with you. I gave him all those rounds actually. Just to kind of, I don't know if you could see it, but just show you my scorecard right here, right? So you can kind of see right there, rounds 6 through 9. I had Thurman winning, going away with it. You know what I mean? Round
It looked
10,
like you gave Manny that last round, huh?
the last round, but I have a star next to it. It was close. It was a competitive round. It was a really close round. Real tight. You could give that round to Thurman. If someone has Thurman edging his fight out, man, I have no complaints, man. Thurman, even on my card with the swing rounds I have, if I give some of those rounds to Thurman, he wins. So it's not out of the question that he could have won his fight.
Right. See, that's what I said. Like that's what I said. I'd say Thurman won, but it wasn't by much. You know, like I said, it was a very close fight. Would you
Yeah.
say that this fight warrants a rematch?
Well, yes. I don't know if you know what. I wouldn't mind watching it, man. I wouldn't mind watching a rematch. I think Thurman can make some adjustments. And if he does like what he did in the ninth round with that jab, if he does that consistently throughout the fight, and if he takes a round to just feel out Manny, and not come out so cold with Manny and get caught upstairs, it would have just been a different fight.
Do you think it seemed like he actually kind of like he was throwing straighter punches, like he was throwing a 1-2 right down the pipe, right down the middle. I mean, he was still throwing his looping left hooks and right hooks and stuff, but he was throwing straight punches. But like I said, it just seemed like this looked like a different Manny Pacquiao. This is like the younger Manny Pacquiao, because he'd like I don't know, like he would spin. He kept spinning Thurman, and he's like standing right next to Thurman, like he just kept turning him, and and I feel like
what I
just
think
feel
it
like
is.
Thurman couldn't adjust until the second half of the fight. But like I said, Thurman pretty much swept the whole second half of the fight, in my humble opinion. So that's what made this fight so close, And if you want to, you got to give Thurman the third round. At least the judges did, right? So he's got some rounds in there. So he swept the second half of the fight, excluding that 10th round, but he made up for it and compensated and supplement for that 10th round that he lost by the third round that he won in the first half of the fight, and maybe even another round in that first half of the fight too. So it's a close fight. Man.
Yeah, I gave Thurman round 4 and had round 3 very close. I gave it a Pacquiao, but round 3 was close. Round 5 was close, and I gave that to Pacquiao. So
sound like you gave Manny a lot of swing. Well, not a lot, but a few swing rounds in the first half.
Yeah, but I gave Thurman round 4. That was a swing round, and I gave Thurman round 8. Even though I don't think it was a swing round, apparently a lot of people do. I don't know. I think round 8 was clearly a Thurman round, but that's me. But it was a close fight. It was a close fight, no doubt about it. I don't know if Manny would want to rematch Thurman, though. You don't think he's just going to be like, hey, I got this win, I'm out.
Because of his age, right? Like he doesn't need it, in other words, as much as.
But I'll tell you what, man, the Thurman did a good job with a little better with his right hand than I thought he would. He's known for his hook. Manny circles away from the hook. A lot of southpaws circle towards the hook. Manny does not. Okay, Manny's circling away from that hook. That's why it was hard for Cotto, to beat him. De La Hoya couldn't really do much with him, although he was weight trained. But nonetheless, left hooks are hard to land on Manny, a lot harder than right hands. Thurman did a good job utilizing his right hand. I forget what round it was. I believe it was round 11. I mean, Thurman was landing some big right hands, and Manny ate him, man. Manny,
like he was, and there was this one he landed pretty much like turned Manny all the way around when he hit him. Like I was like, damn, but I don't know. Some people are saying there were rounds where if Thurman would have kind of pressed it a little bit more because he had Manny somewhat hurt.
Yeah,
he might have been able to really, maybe even knock him down, or at least make it a 10-8 round in one of these rounds. But like he seemed very happy with just making that first contact, or maybe it's just that Manny only allowed him to maybe make contact maybe once or twice, then he'd get out of there, But Thurman couldn't really put together a lot of punches on Manny.
I actually thought they were going to announce a draw, dude. I had a feeling when the scorecards were taking a little bit.
You serious?
Yeah, I thought it's going to be a draw. It almost was. It almost was a draw, but it doesn't. It seems fitting, man. That it was a split decision because it was that close of a fight to me. Nice competitive fight, and I think it's fights don't always live up to expectations. This fight benefited from the fact that there wasn't high expectations for it, but it did. It was a good fight. And I think it's good for boxing, and we'll see how the Thurman Porter fight sells.
This is another question I have. Actually, it's like two, but this one I want to ask. I want to know.
Sure.
what does this like? What is it like? What does this mean for the landscape of the welterweight division? Because they both were WBA guys. One was the super champion. One was the regular. So basically, they just
Right.
kind of switched places or switched spots. Well, not switched. Thurman. I don't know where Thurman's going to go now,
Right.
but like I said, so now Manny is the new super champion. What does this change? Like how does
Well,
this
the
change or shift
WBA.
anything?
I'm not sure if anybody wants to pull it up, AJ. So somebody pull me the number two, the number one, number two, number three guys at WBA really quick. But they're going to do an eliminator or so for the vacant regular champion. That's the first thing that's going to happen. Whether Thurman fights for that or whether some other fighter fights for that, I don't know. Okay. But that's what's going to happen with that. Okay.
What
Pacquiao
about the
now.
whole welterweight division as a whole, those styles? Like, what do you think about that? Like,
No,
does this change anything, or is it still my side?
no, because I still think Crawford is the best welterweight in the world right now. I think Spence is the second best. I know that's not going to make a lot of Thurman fans happy, but 1A, 1B, either way. Okay, both guys. I don't think it changes that at all.
Right.
Because I don't even think Manny's going to fight Spence or Crawford.
I don't think he has to, right? Even though I would love for him to see that. I would love to see that as a boxing fan, but I don't think he has to, right? I think he's probably going to fish. What do you think about that Mayweather possibly returning for like that Mayweather Manny rematch? You think that's possible, or is it just two old dudes? Is it like Robert De Niro and what was the other guy in that old movie? The movie they made about the old boxers fighting each other.
Oh, like Robert De Niro and Sylvester Stallone.
Yeah, I remember they were like 50-something fights.
Grudge match.
Yeah, grudge match. That's
and these dudes. Man, I don't know. Because did you see Mayweather?
Do you want to see it? Do you want to see it? Is what I'm asking.
No.
Nobody want to see Floyd versus Manny again?
And now, granted, I'm telling you no, but if the fight happens, guess what I'm going to do that night?
You gonna watch it, bro.
I'm going to watch it.
Because you're a boxing fan, right? Yeah. We're all boxing fans.
We
love this shit, yeah.
They got to do like a WBC will make like a over 40-year-old belt. Like they'll call it something. Like this belt's only when two dudes over 40 fight,
The Geritol Emeritus.
That's what they'll do, man. Mayweather's too old, says Brian David. Well, Pacquiao's not young. Pacquiao's not a young dude. Pacquiao has more fights than Mayweather. He's been in more wars.
Almost like double, right? He's had what 60-something, 70 fights or something. Like,
but
a lot of fights.
Did you see Mayweather in his fight in Japan, bro? The dude was sporting a little bit of a belly and love handles, bro. I don't know if he wants to even bother getting in shape anymore to fight.
Yeah, he had that dad bod. Yeah, he definitely had the dad bod in there.
Yeah, I mean, Mayweather might come out and fight McGregor again, something like that. If I was Pacquiao, bro, I would call out McGregor. What do you think of that? I'll do it.
But would you watch that though, or would that be like another side show? Because to be honest,
I'm not saying I support that. I'm not saying that. So I'm just saying if I was Pacquiao, I would do that because that's a lot of money for him. That's easy money.
I don't know. That was one question. And another one is because earlier when I first came into the chat, you were talking about the your Dennis Ugas versus the Omar Figueroa.
Yep.
Okay. After you've seen Ugas' performance,
do
you kind of like, I don't know if you were one of the people that ridiculed Sean Porter, but a lot of people ridiculed him for his fight with Ugas because it was such a close, tight fight.
Well, we are in
after we saw what he did to Figueroa, do you kind of like maybe backstep or backtrack on that, or kind of redact that, or is what it is?
Here's what I'll say. As far as me, I knew you guys was a really good mid-range fighter, really good on the outside as well. He can circle the ring and box as well. He didn't do it that much in this fight, but he showed me he's also a really good inside fighter in this fight. Really good on the inside. So he's pretty good on all ranges. He showed me that. Okay. And I did say, I don't know if he was going to be able to show that against Figueroa, but he did. He proved me wrong in that aspect. I picked Figueroa to win. He proved me wrong. And that's that.
You picked Omar?
Okay. Yeah. I thought Omar would do what he did, right? Close that distance, close that gap. And I honestly think the ref ironically helped Ugas. Look, I agree that the ref got out of hand with the early warnings about the holding. He gave him like 3 certain warnings in a round, took a point away in the next round. I don't think there was any excessive holding going on or anything like that. And Figueroa was leaning on him. But Ugas Ugas made an adjustment to where he would kind of, at first, he was just kind of pushing Figueroa, just overpowering him, getting him against the ropes. But then he made an adjustment and he would kind of push off Figueroa. And while that momentum pushed him back, he would tee off on him and land body shots. So he was, I think he made that little adjustment actually was terrible. I mean, terrible news for Figueroa because he didn't know what to do after that. As far as the detractors look, every time, bro, I don't know what it is about this era in specific. A fighter doesn't look like a monster or doesn't dominate every round. People say he's overrated. He's been
Or
exposed.
he's exposed, right?
Yeah,
like, that's their favorite word. Oh, I'm like, dude, like you would like if they feel that way, they would really like. I hate to see how they would look at the older fighters because like these guys fought everybody in life, and that shouldn't even be applied to boxing. That's applied to life. If you're constantly going for like the best jobs, the highest paying jobs, are constantly pushing yourself to the limit every time, you will lose. That's a part of life. Like you will lose. Like, you know what I'm saying? So what would you rather support a fighter who has a padded record or a guy who goes out there and fights champions and and pushes himself each and every time? Like I would take the latter over the former every time, man.
Yeah. No, man, absolutely, dude. And but as far as that goes, you're right. Everyone's always he's exposed. He's dead. Oh, look, Porter ain't shit. Look, a lot of people felt Porter beat Thurman. I disagree. I felt Thurman won, but that was a close fight. I mean, he dominated, besides the knockdown and late in the fight, he dominated Broner. I mean, he's a good fighter, bro. And then when Ugas came out, instead of people saying, man, this Ugas guy, he's trouble, they instead turned it into a negative, and that's the era we're in. Instead of saying Ugas did great, it's Porter did terrible. Oh, Porter. Right. Oh, look, they go to Boxer. I guarantee you they saw Porter struggle. They went to Boxrec and said, oh, look, Ugas has, 2 losses in his record?
Yeah, he lost to such and such, so he's not a good fighter, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
Yeah.
But not looking into perspective, I think he was in a weight class. Ugas had no business at 140, bro. The dude's a tank. He's big.
He's big. Look at his shoulders, bro. Like, he's big.
Yeah.
He's a big dude.
I don't even know how he made 140. I mean, he must have been depleted at that weight class. But 147 is perfect for him. He's trouble, man, and I think people should backtrack. Without a shadow of a doubt. I mean, give this dude his credit. Give him his title shot, too.
Would you say that he deserves another title shot?
Absolutely.
Isn't he like the I think that fight was like a one-off
for the WBC.
Yeah, right. Okay, so whoever wins out of between Porter and Spence, they got to fight Ugas, right?
Yeah.
So okay, all right, cool, right. All right, that's good. Oh, another question I had. This was about going back to the main event, Manny Pacquiao and Thurman. Yeah. Now, do you think because of this, it kind of because at first, that Spence was pursuing the Keith Thurman fight just vehemently, right? He was just going after like as that's all he talks about. And it's been like that. He's been talking about fighting Thurman and chasing Thurman down for like a couple of years now, right? Or even before he had the belt, he called out Thurman. He wanted Thurman. So it's been like 3 or 4 years now. Now since Thurman has lost to Manny Pacquiao, Thurman loses some of his luster, especially to casual fans, right? Oh, that's the guy that lost to Manny Pacquiao. Manny Pacquiao dropped him. Thurman's nothing, blah, blah, blah. He's exposed. Now, because of that, what does that leave Errol Spence now? So you think Thurman's not a main priority anymore, isn't he? Like, so now it's either, after the Porter fight, he has the option to try to fight Manny or fight Bud, right? By default, he's got to fight Bud, right? In other words, the walls are closing in around him. He doesn't have Thurman to chase anymore, so, he's got to fight Bud now, bro.
Yeah, Thurman needs to get back on the winning column and kind of work his way back up to me. A couple more fights, if he fights. I don't know what's going to happen with Thurman, but yes, I don't think anybody wants to see Thurman versus Spence now. And I definitely want to see the Bud fight. I want to see the Crawford Spence fight. I think that's a fight to make. I don't want to hear any excuses that Bud's with Top Rank or anything. Look, man, at the end of the day, if they want to make that fight, they'll make it happen. Okay.
Exactly. Like, he doesn't have many options. Like, he doesn't. Well, at least his main option, because it just seems like his heart was set on fighting Keith Thurman. And now that Keith Thurman's lost some of his luster, like, his big fight is obviously the Bud Crawford and Manny Pacquiao. Those are his 2 biggest money fights at 147, right?
Yeah.
So after like I said, that's just one less option that he has. So
you know who I would fight if I was Manny?
Who?
I would fight Danny Garcia if I was Manny Pacquiao right now.
What? You for real? You think
I,
that'll be a good? You think that'll be a good
he
fight?
he beats Danny.
But Danny's got that fucking one hit with that one hitter quitter, bro.
He's a hooker. You know,
And man is a straight puncher, right? I got you.
but not just that. It's he'll circle away from that hook, and not saying Manny's his reflexes aren't that there anymore. And Thurman landed some hooks. He's gonna land some hooks, but I don't know. I think Manny beats him, and I think he's too fast for Danny Garcia, in my opinion.
But earlier you did tell me that he likes to Manny for whatever reason he likes to instead of going away from the hook, he likes to kind of go towards it. So you think running into Danny's hook, you think because Danny has good timing. Danny doesn't have great speed. He doesn't have great athletic ability, but what he does have is timing, right?
Actually, no. He circles away from the hook, man.
Oh, wait.
He circles away from a left hook.
Okay,
from an orthodox fighter. That's why he's open to the right hand. That's why Marquez was having a field day with the right hand, and Thurman had a field day at times as well. But that's why I think Mayweather beat him because of the right hand. Man is just open to that. You know what I mean? But against hookers, I think that's what Manny should concentrate right now at this point of his career. You know what I mean? Many will say, "Oh, that's matchmaking and whatever, dude. The dude's 40 years old." You know what I mean?
No, this is my last question, and it's actually you got to let me know, bro. I need you to be 100. You always keep it 100, so I want you.
Sure.
Because there was no VADA testing in this bout.
Okay.
Should we look at this fight with the weird eye, strange eye, or look at it, or take this fight as with a grain of salt, or not give Manny Pacquiao 100% for his victory over? Because there was no VADA testing. Because there was no VADA testing.
Well, here's my thing, right? So, let's say if two guys are here with no VADA testing, with VADA, and they're here with VADA testing, the level is the same. I mean, Thurman could have been juiced for all we know. We don't know. But
hold up, D. Come on.
Yeah.
Think about it like this, though, bro. All right.
Yeah.
You're giving me the scenario, but only one of these fighters has had rumors of PEDs for well over a decade. So
right, I got you.
Okay, so come on, and one of these guys was 40 years old, right? And looked like the more younger, spry guy. All right.
He looked 40. He did look a little tired of me.
In the second half, right?
Manny looked tired. He didn't look like he was walking through these shots at all. He was feeling.
He didn't look affected. He didn't look affected by Keith Thurman's punches, though. He was just
you
walking.
don't think so? I don't know, man.
He didn't look hurt to me.
He got backed up to the ropes a couple times. Had to put that high guard and kind of escape there a couple times. I mean, I don't know. This is what I'll say.
The VADA question.
But as far as the VADA question, look. Should we look at it side eye? No, look, man. I just think looking at it from a lot of things are not going to change with or without drug testing. Okay, from a technical aspect of it, this is how Manny fights with guys that are hookers, bro. He circles away from them. He has more success with them than he does with guys with monster right hands. That's what it is. Manny Pacquiao, there was no VADA testing for the Marcus fight, and Marcus put him to sleep. You know what I mean? So. Now,
and also, what you mean the last one, right? The last fight,
yeah.
Well, yeah, but also, I mean, what some people said, right? Manny looked like the incredible. What they said that Marquez looked like the Incredible Hulk in that fight. Like, he was supposedly juiced up. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I don't think so. And even if so, they had a level playing field.
Fire with fire.
We saw what happened. But let's just say Keith Thurman doesn't juice. But let's say that Manny does. This is all hearsay, right? In theory, right? Hypothetically. Okay. Let's say that. One guy doesn't juice, was never known for being on the juice, but he's so happy that he gets a big payday, the biggest payday of his career, that of course he'll fight Manny Pacquiao.
But why wouldn't he juice though? That's my main question. I mean, to answer your hypothetical first, right. I mean, of course, it diminishes a win if you're juiced and the other guy's not juiced. We just don't know if the other guy's not juiced. We didn't even know Manny was juiced. To me, Manny looked the way he's looked for a while, bro. I'll be honest. He looked tired after round 7. So I don't think he was juiced.
I mean, he definitely wasn't the same guy after round 5 or 6. Manny looked totally different, right? You know what I'm saying? He definitely got. I mean, he's 40 years old. Yeah. But that first half of the fight, dude, he looked like.
From a technical aspect, okay, juicing is not going to help you, okay, come up top with that right hand landed. You know what I mean? So I just don't think that really played a role, like the knockdown or anything like that. And Thurman, it was more like a flash knockdown. I mean, Thurman felt it and he went down, but he was all right when he got up. But um, I don't know. I just don't think he was juicing. I got to be honest.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I understand that.
Now, granted, these fighters could just do themselves a favor and just do the testing, so no one questions it, right? But still, you know what I mean. Um, but even with the VADA testing, bro, I mean, dudes, I still think do shit. To be honest with you, you know what I mean. I think all these dudes are juicing, even when they do VADA testing. I just think they beat the testing.
Right. But if you don't get caught, it doesn't matter, right? As long as you don't get caught. Right?
Yeah. But yeah, just do yourself a favor as a fighter and just do the VADA testing. You know what I mean? I just
Yeah, that was my main question. I was wondering how you felt about it, about the VADA shit, because because like it's almost like we get so caught up in the fight,
yeah.
and especially this 40-year-old guy, he won, but even though he's 40, and, he did well or whatever, but it's just that's something that's not typical. That's atypical, man. It's something we don't see much. I mean, of course, there's been a Foreman, but that's a
Yeah.
heavyweight. You know how heavyweights are.
Yeah.
We're here in the world.
And I gotta say,
Manny just beat an undefeated fighter who beat
yeah,
two, top level championship fighters back to back. And Garcia and Porter. Yeah, right. Coming off, and like I said, he's still pretty much in his prime, even though he was rusty. Maybe that's it. Maybe it was because Thurman was so rusty, right? And coming off a 2-year layoff, right? But he couldn't resist that $10 million offer to fight a legend like Manny Pacquiao. So of course he's going to take the offer. But what I mean, you got to think about it, bro. Like Manny just beat, arguably, some people had Thurman at the top, like on top,
yeah,
Like he was the last guy to be unified. In a very hard division to unify these days. And, he has two major wins versus two guys who probably going to go in the Hall of Fame. And he's still young and in his prime, or at least close to his prime. This is a very major win for Manny.
I just want to clarify something. Brian David says in all major sports they drug test. Now they did drug test, guys. They still have to do the piss test. Just for those that don't know, with the Nevada State Athletic Commission, they just weren't in the VADA program. Okay, but they do the testing through the commission. And I will say this, okay, if the NFL had these players piss before a game and after a game, the way boxers do, you wouldn't have NFL football games. Okay, that's my opinion.
You think everyone would be
okay, half of that league would be busted. Yes, I do believe that.
Come on, Styles. That's a major amount. Half the league. You think they're that dirty? Like, even your Buffalo Bills.
Look, man. A couple years ago, I was at Hailstorm Sports, and my boy Scott Hill, that hailstormsports.com. I don't know if the website's still active. I think it's defunct now. But, he had broken the story that Eric Morales got busted, okay, by USADA. Anyway, some of the dudes that gave him that information before it was reported, right? Well, we kind of broke that story. But anyway, some of those people, man, they know NFL players that juice. Okay, so these boxers are far less juiced than in other major sports with the regular testing, not to mention the VADA testing and the random drug testing and all that. Okay, so if they had NFL players pissed before and after games, a bunch of dudes would be getting busted. I'm being honest.
Okay, but look, to play the devil's advocate,
sure.
Wouldn't you say this though, D? Check this out.
Yeah.
All right. Yes, football is a very violent sport, but comparing that shit to a sport where you get punched in the head,
absolutely,
no helmet or anything, I mean, come on. Yeah. I mean, a wide receiver or a tight end taking steroids is totally different than.
I got you.
Yeah. But I get the gist.
Like, I don't see the big deal in baseball, to be honest with you. Just let them juice, bro. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know what the big deal is, bro. Like, it's like they make a big deal. Oh, Bonds, he's a disgrace to the sport.
Bonds is the greatest, bro. Bonds is one of the greatest ever.
Bonds is a great player, bro, and I don't want to hear about how it diminishes Babe Ruth. Babe Ruth didn't play with black players, dude. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like, Babe Ruth,
right.
I mean, come on.
Our Latin players either. There were no Clemente.
The Latino players weren't even allowed to play till way later, dude.
You know what? I mean? You know what? If Babe Ruth won, and not just that, it's just like think about the black baseball players. It wasn't like an open stream where they all came flooded in once they were allowed to play. It was like literally like one by one. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like they weren't. So it wasn't like okay, they decided to lift the ban on blacks playing. Now blacks can play. So hundreds and hundreds of blacks come in and play. It wasn't like that. They just
They
nitpicking.
do
I picked
the
one or two. Yeah, and while that's happening, decades are going by. Think
yeah
about it. Like in the American League didn't have like a black player. Let's say like the Boston Red
yeah
Sox. They didn't have a black player decade even after that that racist ban was lifted. They didn't have a black player for decades, bro. Like
yeah.
decades. So they still kept their team white even when they were allowed to bring in more talent. So you know, Babe Ruth was a great he was a pitcher too. He was good, but I mean he was a white man that never played against the best players around. He played against the best white players around. He didn't play against the best
Look,
players.
Babe Ruth would have still been a top player in the MLB. Would have he have been the best? I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
So,
if everyone was allowed to play,
so I
you
don't know.
know?
I like to see if like think about what you just said, bro. Your last like sentence.
Yeah,
If everyone was allowed to play, think about
yeah,
how crazy that is.
yeah.
That certain people were excluded from playing, bro.
Yep.
That's crazy, bro.
And
But
when Jackie Robinson was allowed to play, he wasn't even necessarily the best. I'm not a big baseball historian, by the way, but from what I've read and from what I understand, there was still some players that were considered even better than Jackie Robinson. You know what I mean?
yeah,
But he was the one that was allowed to play. You know, so
because I guess he was the one. Yeah, supposedly he was the one that like he was military. He was in the military, so he was like military training. He was
yeah.
disciplined, and he could take a lot. He had thick skin. You know what I mean? So those were some of the other reasons why. But don't get me wrong. I mean, he was very talented. I mean, he's a fucking all American.
I'm
He was all
surprised he
that.
never swung that bat at somebody, bro. I mean, like, what you just call me, bam. You know,
See,
but
that'll get black players banned again. See what I'm saying, D? You on
uh,
some other shit, bro. See, but nah, just
yeah.
just if I'll say Babe Ruth was the greatest once I see him, get.
What's a ground rule double? Kelly just said that. Like I said, I'm not big on baseball like that. You
So
do
a
know what that
ground rule
is?
double, yeah, a ground rule double is okay if you hit the ball and let's say you hit it in the outfield, right?
Yeah.
And it's in fair play, but then it bounces then the ball goes out of bounds, like it goes in other words, in the stands or whatever. So
Oh,
you know what
okay.
I'm saying. So you hit it out there, you hit it pretty far, it's in play, boom. But after that, it bounces like it goes, whether it's out of bounds or in the outfield or whatever. In other words,
Like
in other
passing the
words, the
line.
ball is no longer in the play. The ball's no longer in play. Like it was in play, but it wasn't a home run. So you
Oh,
automatically get to go to second base. So you're automatic,
oh, I
right? So
see.
that's what a ground rule double is. That's what a ground rule double
But
is.
they called it a home run.
No, no, it's not. No, it's
No.
not
Okay. Okay.
a
Okay.
home run. Yeah.
All right.
No, but I'm saying is, so in other words, like the ball to get out there to the stands, but
Okay.
it was in play first. You know what I'm saying? So it bounced or whatever. That's what ground rule double is, basically.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I used to play baseball as a kid, but I don't know anything about ground rule doubles and none of
I
that shit. I
I,
don't
try,
know.
I tried to explain the best I could, but
Yeah.
basically, you know what I'm saying? You hit the ball, it's in play, it bounces on the ground, and then it goes in the stands or whatever. Or, like the stands on the side, like the
Yeah.
sideline stands along the sideline. Yeah. So it's in play, and then it's no longer in play. I mean, it's not a home run.
Yeah.
But because of that, you automatically get to second base. That's basically the ground rule. Now, the in fly rule, I have no idea I don't even know what that is. And I watch
Clever.
baseball. Yeah, I have no
It
idea.
could have been a no rule. Yeah. Well, you
Right.
know how sometimes shit keeps happening to where they like
Have to do
I
something.
know in international basketball, bro. I forget exactly what the rule is, but like if ball bounces on the rim, you can actually go up and like hit it or something like that in international basketball, but they don't do that in the NBA because if they
Yeah,
did, like
the
the scores would be like
goaltending.
yeah, like like did they get rid of certain rules because then it just starts happening way too much, you know?
Well, yeah, because
So
it's still good at international basketball, like because that would be goaltending in the NBA or in college. If the
okay,
ball's on the cylinder and someone hits it, you
okay.
know. So yeah. So, but imagine being like Wilt Chamberlain or Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and like you were allowed to like if someone shoots the ball at the rim, you could just like slap the ball off the rim. You know what I'm saying? So,
Oh, okay.
right. So that would be unfair, right? If I just
Yeah.
like stay under the rim while you're shooting and just like slap the ball out of the rim. So yeah.
So Kelly's saying that the when the ball would bounce on the ground and go to the stands before it was considered a home run in Babe Ruth's day.
Oh, it was.
So if so, man, then that's a padded ass home run record, bro. you talk about padded.
Yo,
Uh,
that was a home run back then.
well, that's what Cowley is saying. But I can't confirm myself, but that's what Callie's saying in the chat. Age of 10, you can hit the ball off the rim in international basketball. So, like, they don't allow that because if they did that in the NBA, the score would be like 40-50, bro. Like every game, it would be like a low
You mean
scoring
like
game.
final score? Yeah.
Yeah, like of course you can't allow that. But yeah, man, shit's crazy, bro. But yeah, let them juice in baseball. Baseball was exciting as hell, man. When these dudes were juicing, like McGuire and Sosa and
Yeah,
all these dudes.
some people argue that they saved the baseball once they started juicing because like
Yeah,
they weren't getting much traction. Like people stopped watching. The baseball wasn't as popular. It's still not that popular as it once was.
yeah. Well, look, and look, were these dudes juicing? Yes, bro. But you know what? The pitchers were juicing, bro. Like, they were playing against juiced up pitchers. It's
Yeah, I
even, in
heard
my
it.
opinion.
Yeah, I heard there was like this list, just like like the Belko list, and supposedly like
Yeah.
there was also another list like where they had a lot of boxers on there, like some of my favorite fighters like Holyfield and Roy Jones and blah blah blah.
You think
So
the cream, whatever, you think that shit was effective for
Bond,
Mosley?
Mosley was on the clear.
I think he was, yeah. Supposedly. He
I know
denies it, but
I know it's like a lot of the California athletes were on it, but definitely I know Barry Bonds was supposedly he was taking the clear. Supposedly what it does is like it helps with your injuries. So you're supposed to like rub it on like your joints and shit, or rub it on parts of your body that might be a little whatever, and like
yeah.
so it like gets into your skin, then it gets into your the blood or whatever. You know how that shit goes.
Yep.
But Shane Mosley was dirty. You sure?
No, I'm not saying Shane Mosley was dirty. What I'm saying is that he was on the list.
Oh yeah, the list.
Yeah. So, so allegedly, right? But I believe, I could be wrong, but I believe it was the clear that he was supposedly on. But I don't know if that shit works. You know what I mean? And then, you know what I don't have an issue with either, dude, is using enhancers to recover from injuries. I don't see the big deal about that. Like, I remember when Ray Lewis supposedly got caught using some, what was that? Some spray, bro.
Like ant deer spray.
Ant deer spray to recover from a shoulder injury. Like, so what?
Antler. I think it was like antler deer.
Antler deer. Oh, yeah. Like, who cares if you use something to recover from an injury? Like, who cares?
Yeah, like he's smashing his head against another guy's head.
Yeah.
For like an hour every Sunday. Like, of course he's gonna be hurt a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But nah, man. Well, like back to the boxing shit. I just wanted to know like, how does this change? Like, what happened last night? How does that change the landscape of boxing? Even the fight with Ugas, but all of it. But really, it just felt like it was just some shit that happened between the WBA. So like, it was no unifications or anything like that. So we pretty much still at the same spot right now.
We're in the same spot, bro. Like, here's the top dudes, Thurman and Thurman. What the hell am I talking about? Spence and Crawford.
You're right, man.
Spence and Crawford. Spence and Crawford, and then here's the other guys. Pacquiao's on top of here. He's on top of the list. It moved this landscape a little bit, but this is the same. You know what I mean? Like the top two dudes are still there. If you had Thurman on top of Pacquiao because he's a title holder, he just kind of jumped Thurman, and that's it. Ugas is right under. I think he's the best non-title holder right now, probably.
Over Danny Garcia? You sure?
Yeah, you know what? We should make that fight.
That's a good fucking fight, bro.
Ugas Garcia, let's make it.
The two non-title guys.
I think he beats Garcia. I think he's too versatile for Garcia, bro.
Okay, well, here's the question: would you consider Danny Garcia? Well, I know he's not A+, but he is a championship level fighter. Would you say that he's A- or B+? What would you say?
Danny Garcia right now, B+, solid B+.
So, like a strong B+ is pretty much an A, bro. Like, you're right there, right? Yeah, not quite.
You're not quite. Like, you don't quite get the A, but a solid B+. Okay, I have Pacquiao as an A, and I got Spence and Crawford A+. A+.
Manny an A. Manny still. You got Manny as an A.
Yeah. Absolutely. Manny's still that dude, bro. I still think he's good, man.
Right. So
Thurman could get right back in the mix if he wins a rematch. You know what I mean?
Say that again, bro.
If I'm Thurman, I am like Apollo Creed when he was shaming Rocky for that rematch, bro. Okay, like the man's running the man's height, and I would call him out, bro. I'll call him every name in the book to make sure I get that fight again with the guy. I would. Because Thurman could win that rematch, bro, and it would put him back there, back with the top three.
Okay, so all right, so here, this is what we got. I'm just trying to get your, I'm just trying to get,
Yeah, yeah,
your, I'm trying to get your idea of the welterweight division and how you look at it, your landscape.
sure.
So, all right, Thurman. Well, I'm not gonna talk about Thurman. He's on timeout right now, right? So
Right.
Manny's A. All right, you feel like Danny Garcia is B plus, a strong B plus, a
Yeah,
solid strong B plus.
something like
So
that.
by default, if you think that Ugas could possibly beat him or is better than Danny
Yeah.
Garcia, you're saying that Ugas is a even stronger B plus than Danny is. So you're saying
Yeah.
that Ugas is almost an A then, if he's better than Danny.
Uh,
If he's you see what I mean? See,
like I got what you mean. I mean,
that's a hard one, right? Because like Ugas
it
is looking
is.
better and better, right? His last couple of performances, he's looking just as good as anyone else, right? So yeah,
Yeah,
so
yeah. I don't know, man. I got Crawford, Spence, 1A, 1B, in my opinion. After that, it's Manny. I think Manny's the third best welterweight in the world right now.
okay.
And then I would say it's Porter. And then after Porter, trying to think here, I don't think I'm missing anybody else.
You missing Thurman, bro.
I'll put Thurman right there. I'll put Thurman and and then
See,
Danny right under Thurman.
Yo, Styles, you said that like you doing him a favor, bro. He was like, I'll put him
Yeah.
there. I'll put him there. I mean, did Thurman fall off that bad? Like you're gonna
No, he didn't fall off that bad.
You're gonna give Manny to, like up there with the upper echelon at the age of 40. You're gonna
Yeah.
give him that because he beat Thurman. So that's got to say something good about Thurman, right? If you're gonna put Manny way up there after beating
Yeah.
Thurman, right? It's not like he dominated Thurman. He won in a very close fight. So I mean,
Yeah.
why Thurman got to go all the way to the back of the bus now because he lost to Manny
Okay,
in a very close fight that some people feel like he won.
I'm doing the list right now. I'm gonna give you a top 7 right now.
All right. I hope Thurman's in your top 7 at least. D, come on.
I'm actually gonna give you 8. That's my list. That's my list. Right. Crawford, Spence, Pacquiao, Porter,
Mikey?
Thurman. I got Mikey number 8, welterweight. Who beats Mikey in welterweight besides these guys?
Everybody.
And you know what? I think
where'd you have Ugas, bro? Where'd you put Ugas?
I got Ugo's number 6 right now.
All right, I see him. He's number 6. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's what I got. You guys let me know in the chat how you guys got it.
That looks legit. That looks legit. That like it.
And he might be Danny, bro. This one's close.
Oh.
The battle of the Garcias. I want to see the Garcia Bowl, bro. You don't want to see that fight?
Fire. Yeah, I definitely do.
Like,
plus, you know, it's that Puerto
we don't
Rican
got room
versus
for 2 Garcias in the top 8, bro. Like, we got to. One has to go.
Boy, that actually would be a good fight. Then there's that whole Puerto Rico versus Mexico, right, and all that other stuff. Man.
Yeah,
that's a fight that can happen at what, the Madison Square Garden.
I tell you what, bro. Yeah, man. That's actually I like that. Garden, Madison Square Garden, or Barclays, either one. It's both in New York, right? Is there? I mean, I never been over there, but is there a huge difference? Brooklyn, New York City.
I've never. No, I haven't been. I've never been.
But the Garden just has it's just something magical, something historic, But yeah, man, right there you go. You disagree with this with anything here? Would you put Thurman above Porter still, or how do you see that? Actually, where do you put? I forgot about Cal Brook. Where do you put? Maybe Brook's 8. I'm not sure.
He's at 154, 160 right now, right?
Oh, he already moved up. That's right.
Yeah,
you're right.
Yeah. Okay, but like I mean, you sure you want to put Danny? I mean, you want to put Mikey in your top 8?
Well, who beats him? Who beats besides these guys?
That's not on the list.
Yeah. Like how would
How about Boots Ennis?
Who?
Boots Ennis, the young guy. The young. Okay, well, he hasn't done much. I was just.
I wouldn't.
I feel
there's
like
not enough data. Not enough data to put that dude in the top 10.
Yeah. I was reaching. All right. I'm definitely
like Lipinets he's better than Lipinets.
That was at 140 when he fought, right?
Right. Lipinets is a little better, by the way. A few improvements, but I still think Mikey beats him.
Yeah. So you liked his performance last night?
Yeah. Well, I mean, he fought a regional fighter, but that's how I have it, man.
All right. That's a good question. Who beats
Mikey? Yeah.
That's not on that list. Who beats Mikey? That's a good question. But he's only had one fight at 147, and he was dominated badly, and he only won arguably. You got. It would be pushing it to say that he won more than one round versus Errol Spence.
Yeah,
So would
yeah,
you say
true.
a guy who's only had one fight at 147 and has only won one round maybe? Like, would you say that we don't know how? I don't know. I just
It's a good point.
yeah,
It's a good point.
he only won one round as a 147 pounder.
Yeah.
You know,
Maybe I'm going way too much by potential, not so much by what he's done. It's a fair point. But as far as the Garcia fight, what about right here? 4 and 5 right here on my list. Would you switch that personally yourself?
yes, because Thurman beat Porter, even though
Okay.
Thurman, and if we're gonna give Manny all his props for him defeating Porter, I mean for defeating Thurman,
Spence.
we got to give we got
Porter.
yeah, like, we got to give Keith some. We got to give him some. I mean, come on, bro. We got to give him some props here. Like, I think it really has a lot to do with likability, man. Not just in boxing, but in life. If you like someone, you let them get away with shit that someone who you don't like not get away with. You know, if you invite your friend over and he knocks over a cup of water, I mean, it's just water. You know, it's cool. You might crack a joke on him, right? Like nice move, clumsy or something. You know, blah blah blah. You guys laugh about it. You know.
Yeah.
You know, if it's some guy that you don't know and he knocks over a cup of water, it's like, what the fuck are you doing? You knocked over a cup of water. Get out of my house. I hate you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that. There's a difference. And because a lot of people treat Keith Thurman like that stranger that knocked over a cup of water in your house, you know, every move that he makes is going to be nitpicked. All right, we're going to look at it, you know, under a microscope, and you know, we're not going to give him that same that leniency that we give people that we like. You know, for whatever reason, Errol Spence is the golden boy. For whatever reason, he gets treated a certain way. So does Bud. I like Bud and Spence, but I'm not gonna lie and pretend like we don't let them get away with murder sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you.
But a guy like Keith Thurman, who has fought the upper echelon fighters at 140, that's a major difference. You know, I feel like let's not throw Keith Thurman away just because he lost to Manny Pacquiao. Right? You know, he took a fight, even though he was rusty. He took a fight that anyone else would do. You know, if Keith Thurman will call up any of those guys, I mean, if Manny Pacquiao called up any of those guys on your list, on your top 8 list that you just showed me, DStyles, they'll answer the phone on the first ring and they'll agree to whatever terms. No VADA testing, that's fine. They don't care. They're going to get the biggest paycheck of their career. They're going to win the lottery, you know. They won either way, even if they lose. So, you know, that's how I feel about it, bro.
Absolutely, man. If Porter beats Spence, I got Spence in that fight, but if Porter somehow pulls it off, do you think Pacquiao fights Porter?
I don't know. Because, you know what? I think Manny pretty much is in the driver's seat. He's done what he needs to do. His career is already pretty much concrete. All he could do is add to it no matter what he does. He's 40 years old. He just beat a fighter who was a lot of people considered the king of 147 at Keith Thurman. So with that said, he doesn't have to fight Porter, but if he does, dude, if he fights Porter, or if he fights Errol Spence, whoever wins, if he fights him and he beats them, like it'd be like you can start to kind of push him above some other fighters at 147 that we consider very, very great. You know, in other words, that'd be very historical. That'd be like some very crazy shit if he fucking beats Spence or beats Bud or beats Porter, like any of those 3 guys, right? Like that'd be crazy, bro. And if that's the case, we would have to question, hey, is he better than Floyd Mayweather? I mean, I don't think he is. But as far as accomplishments wise, you could say that. You could start to say, man, this dude, he lasted longer than Floyd. He never really took a vacation, you know, any type of shit like that. You know, he didn't retire. Like he's been here the whole time, and this is what he's done. And he beat the young lions that Floyd didn't want to fight. Like if you start saying that about Manny, then you can actually kind of put him above Floyd. I wouldn't. I think because I think Floyd's a better fighter.
Yeah.
I think Floyd's the best fighter of our era. And that's without a doubt. But with that said, man, if Manny somehow beat like Sean Porter, Errol Spence,
man,
or that'd be. I mean, what do you think? Would you think that would put him above Mayweather? Would that put him above Mayweather?
Ah, man, because there's like 2 different ways to look at it, right? I think Mayweather will always, first of all, styles wise, he will always beat Pacquiao in my opinion. So he's better in terms of head to head, but
Right.
I also think Marquez is better head to head than Pacquiao, but Pacquiao has a better resume than Marquez. You know what I mean?
But if he
Like,
fuck around and beats Porter,
and
or if he beats Bud, or if he beats Spence,
dude, oh my
would
god,
that give him a better resume than
if
Floyd? Would
Pacquiao,
that make him?
yes, if he beats Bud Crawford right now and Spence right now, 2020, 2021 at age 41, 42, yes. I don't think that'll happen, but
Ooh, Styles, they gonna come for you, bro. You sure? You sure you want to say that, bro?
well, that's a big if, bro. Like, you know what I mean?
But he's only one win away, right? From what we saw last night, would you say? Because I ain't a Manny fan, I never was, but like I'm a fan of boxing, and I appreciate what he did.
Yeah,
You can't deny
gotcha.
a man's a man. You can't deny what another man does if he doesn't. Look, like he's already beat Thurman, who was undefeated, and like I said, one of the top. So, and he was a
Yeah.
hungry lion that Floyd didn't fight. I wanted Floyd to fight him. Floyd probably would have beat him, but but like I said, he didn't fight him. But besides that,
Like if that were to happen, I would be able to say, look, can Manny beat Floyd Mayweather head to head? No.
no,
However, does he have a better resume? Does he have a better career? Did he prove more in his career? Did he take on more, all comers? Yes. You know what I mean? Or did he beat more all comers, I should say? Because if he beats Crawford and Spence, bro, that's like amazing, bro. Like
no,
I don't
either
think
or. You don't even have to beat both of them, but like if he just beats
or
one more
okay,
of them,
yeah, like I think if Pacquiao, and you guys could put this on record, if Manny Pacquiao one signs to fight Spence or Crawford, two beats Spence or Crawford, yes, that would be an unbelievable accomplishment, and you gotta put Manny Pacquiao high up there on the all-time list, and he would have a better resume than Mayweather. Absolutely.
So you will put him over Floyd on your all time list if he beats either or, right? Like you kind of got it, right? It's
I would,
like I say, I
but
know Floyd
it's
is
not
better
gonna
than Manny.
happen. It's not gonna happen. But yes, I would.
I don't know, bro. He stepped up to the plate. What made him
I
step up
don't
to the
even
plate versus
know.
Keith? Like what made him because Keith was
He hadn't even signed yet. He has to sign to fight the guys yet. The fight has to happen,
right.
and then he has to beat one of them. You know what I mean? So it just the bigger win will be the Crawford win, in my opinion. Okay, because look, a lot of Spence fans, look, guys, I'll talk to you guys 5 years from now. Okay, and we'll see where Spence is and where Crawford is. Crawford's still going to be around. Okay, maybe Spence will be around, but let me tell you something. Crawford is a special fighter. Look, dude, I do not think Manny Pacquiao could beat Crawford. I don't think he could beat Spence either. All right. If he beats one of those guys, bro, I would be shocked. Right. But if he beats Crawford, especially, man, I would be shocked. I would be shocked. That would be Manny's best win of his career, given his age and given the Crawford arguably being number one pound for pound in the world. That would be huge, bro. Like, I don't think Mayweather could get out of retirement and beat those guys right now.
Dude. But my whole point is this. That's my last question. I'll let you go, bro. I hate to keep him.
Yeah.
But Devada, bro. Devada, dog. Like, when we look at Devada, how do we look at his career? Like, we have to look at it a little weird, bro. Because of the fact that he's not taking, Devada, like the drug test, like the drugs. Like, the PEDs is going to always kind of haunt Manny to, like, the real fans, bro. Like, you don't think so? Like, that's a fucking shadow casted over him, bro. That
yeah, it's just you just got to do the test and that's it. But I will say though, man, if two fighters agree to a fight, dude, and there's no drug testing, to me it's like whatever. To be honest with you, you know what I mean? Like
but they fighting, bro. This ain't a baseball game. They're fighting. What if one of them? What if one of them's juicing and the other one's not? Like, come on.
Thurman has way too much money not to be juicing if he wants to. But
right. No, hey, bro, man, I appreciate the conversation, bro. Thanks for letting me on, dude. As usual, bro. It was good talking to you. I haven't spoken to you in a while. It was good talking with you, boss.
Absolutely, man.
Yeah. All right. Peace out, brother.
Cool.
All right.
All right, guys. Man, I'm going to be rolling out a little bit. Why is my chat looking weird? There's like do you guys see that gap? Right where you posted, there's a gap there. What's going on? I'm reloading the video right now. That was Caesar. Jumps on here once in a while. There we go. All right. Yeah, Joe Lopez 40 ounce. I mean, you're right about that. Rumor started by Manny Pacquiao for not taking a blood test to begin with. Good point. Um, you know, give me a 14-day cutoff, stuff like that. Yar says people just can't accept that a small Asian dude. That has nothing to do with that, bro. Jay says, but they are still just rumors. Boxing Dialogue, Danny deserves praise for that Matisse win. It was a big underdog going into that fight. Was he? Man, for real? You know he was. Yeah, you're right. Matisse he punched it so hard, bro, and knocked the mouthpiece out of Garcia. That's when I knew Garcia had a chin. Joe Lopez 40 ounce. I don't see a gap on my end. Okay, fair enough. Anyway, guys, I want to thank you guys for coming on, bro. There's going to be no boxing stories tonight, man. I am, or maybe they will. I don't want to say. You'll see. I'll come on live if there is, man. But dude, like I'm going to go on live tomorrow. Remember, guys, 10 p.m. Eastern time. There may be a 30 minutes or an hour difference, earlier or later. But press that bell button so you're notified. Tomorrow I should be on with Haplotype. And then of course, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Tuesday, Mexican, Latino Tuesdays. Make sure you stay tuned for that. Wednesdays, Calcast with Calix, and then Thursdays, I'll be on as well. All right, got big announcement for Thursday set up, so make sure you guys tune in. Tomorrow, the poll for the Eliminator will be on, going to see who will advance to the main poll next week. All right, make sure you guys tune in live. Make sure you throw that jab to the like button. Thank you for tuning in once again to DStyleBoxing. You know my saying. This is DStyleBoxing. Keep it boxing. I'm out. Peace.